All right. Okay. All right. Thank you for those who are here. We have Aizat, we have Eunice, we have Johnson, and we have Ida. And the format of this is actually is a very interactive kind of like session. So if you feel that you want to just on your camera, you want to have interaction, by all means, yeah, because this is not a one-way traffic. This is basically an engagement, basically that we would love to have some discussions about things that you might have a question regarding the cash flow game. And we have stopped the session for about a month or two. The reason because of the fasting months and all those festival seasons, and we are back again. Every 2 weeks, we will be having a session. It's on Monday, 9 p.m. Singapore time, to answer the questions that you might have regarding cash flow game. What is cash flow game? The bot that actually you are looking at my background is what cash flow game's about. All right. So yeah, how are you guys? And how many of you have actually attended yesterday's session? Yesterday we have a session in Kuala Lumpur. We have a cash flow revolution was like going on, and we have quite a number of people that actually came down. Just uh, yeah. So if you were there, definitely you have experienced the game, and some of you might be first time joining this, and or you this might be first time that you know about cash flow. It doesn't matter. So if you have any questions that you would love to know about cash flow game, you can always post on the comment section so that we can read and we can answer those questions. However, today we have three questions been posted in our group. Yeah, we have a WhatsApp group where the question was posted, and I would love to answer those questions later on. Yeah. But before that, let me just get this question and I can just like put it on the screen. I mean, in our chat box so that everyone have some idea what is the questions all about. Okay, CFR Malaysia. We have question from Aizat. There's three questions actually been asked. So I'm going to just copy it and put in our chat box so that all of us can basically know the questions. Yeah. All right, that are the questions that we have from Aizat. Okay, but anyway, like let us get started. And for those of you who are inside the Zoom room, thank you so much because we can have a lively discussion and conversations. Yeah, and for those who are watching through the Facebook Live, well, you can also post your questions on the comment section in our Facebook page. Yeah, so that we can take those questions and we can actually share it in this live show, right? Okay, and yeah, my name is, for those of you who first time might be watching this, my name is ABU. Always believe in you. What is always believe in you? Yeah, that's what I hold. That is me, and sometimes we look for our strength in many places. We tend to see, hey, what is my strength? I don't know my strength. I went to workshop. I go and see people to know what is my strength. Actually, sometimes we can look at ourselves and we know we have certain strengths. So that's how I started to look at my name and I just coin out certain thing. And I believe that is, in fact, my strength. So my strength is believe in myself. Yeah. So that's what I am. That's what I want to give people. I want to give the people that believe in themselves, because that is what people need in order to become successful. All right. Okay, guys. Well, what is this show is all about? This is basically a show that been created to answer the questions of cash flow game and update about the games that happening all around the world, and also anything that you would love to know about cash flow game. That is why this program been created. Yeah, and for those of you who might want to know what is this cash flow game, let me just put this question aside. Um, Cash flow game, is like this, there was a time in my life that I was working hard, working uh, in my own. I'm a self-employed at the early stage in my life, so I just work for myself. I earning. I got some good earning, and I doing my best to do all those things. And but somehow I find that money always doesn't seems to stay with me. Money seems to always out of stock in my own bank. There's no money inside. So, you know, um, I just wonder why, and I keep working hard and increasing my money. I start to work hard so that I thought by having more revenue, more income that comes in, I can solve my problem. But it is not. It is not the case. It's just get me deeper and even struggle more and become tired even faster until I discover something that changed everything in my life. Not a business. It's not a business. It's not an investment. It's not anything, but it is understanding how money actually works. Yeah, that is the thing that actually changed me. And that's come from this thing called the cash flow game. You can see the screen behind me, the backdrop, that is cash flow game. But this is a new version. We have the older versions. So that is what actually changed everything in my journey of life, right? So yeah, maybe I just want to ask questions here, and I want some interaction. Yeah, please support me by interacting. Don't just listen. You don't get anything by listening. Yeah, I want some questions, some interaction. How many of you here already played this game before? Ida, we have four of you here. It is okay for me, just like focus on four of you. Even those people who are watching on Facebook, yeah, they have a question that I can answer after I read in their Facebook. But you guys inside here, so you have to support me by answering the questions that I ask, yeah? Okay. My PC in the Malacca. Oh, no mic, so just camera. Some of you, just watching this because you don't have a camera. Okay. No, but you can always like put it on the chat box, yeah? Don't give excuses to me, yeah? All right. What about Eunice? Eunice, I think, yeah, you have played the other day. What about Johnson? Johnson Christopher. Where are you from, Johnson? And Ida, where are you from, Ida? And have you guys played the game before? If you had, you can just like post that. Yeah. You can put type one. If you're so lazy, just type one. Okay. Type one means I've played. Zero means I'm not. Can I at least get that kind of like response, guy? Okay, I don't get any response. It's okay. I just keep going. Just keep going. And for those of you in the Facebook page, yeah, so you can also respond if you have played the game before. All right. Uh-huh. Nice. Some of us, are not here. All right, let me just like explain about this game. This game is actually created by Robert Kiyosaki. If you know Robert Kiyosaki, the guy who wrote the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of the bestseller after even 35 years. It's on the bookstore. It still holds the position of bestseller. And of course, he have written a lot more books, and uh, some of those books that is, the book that actually good for you to have and read is we call Rich Dad Poor Dad. Of course, that's a classic book that you can actually read. We have a book called Guide for Investing. That is another good book that you can actually have. There are Rich Kid, Smart Kid, Rich Kid is basically for the kids or the teens. And there's so many books that you can actually gain from his knowledge. And I first start not by reading the book, but I start by playing the game, So I played the game, and then only I know who is Robert and start to, buy his book and read his books. And then I keep playing the game again and again and again and again until I feel like, wow, this is interesting. I start to teach, and not teach, I just like invite my close friends, and then we play, and then the thing spread. I got business people start to come and enjoy, and then we do it like a gathering, and then we play the game, and then from there it started for me to do this as a proper session. A lot of people don't understand about this game. These people thought this is just a game, and then you just play and then you can learn. No, it is not. It is not a game, it is a reality of life, and you have to be guided in order to play the game. A lot of people misuse this game by playing the game, and they start to sell investment, they start to sell products, which is okay, but then they are not really doing justice to the game, because these games have tremendous insights, a lot of lessons, a lot of ideas can be created by just playing the game regularly. But the thing is that you need to play this game regularly. It is not about one time, then you can actually learn everything. No, you need to play at least minimum 6 times with a proper guidance. And you can play 10 times, as what Robert always mentioned. You need to play 10 times, and not just playing 10 times, then you need to teach another 10 people. 10 people you can actually teach about this game. That's when you can really start to understand why teaching is so important, because when you teach, you need to understand certain things so that you can explain to people. So because of that, you will start to find those answers, and that's what make you even smarter, and you then become financially more intelligent. All right. Okay, guys, so that is a bit basically of this game. And I played this game year 2000. It was like 2000 I played the game, and since then everything changed for me. Changed the way that I look at money, the way that I behave, the way that I start to build my wealth, rather than those days I worked very hard on certain things, but nowadays it's no more. I'm just building it, you know, and it's all come from the game. It all come from the game, and it took me 6 years to really get out from that rat race in real life. So it is real life. Yesterday, there's a person who actually asked me, Abu, how can this be a real life? Because everything been given to you. For example, when you take the cards that you see here, this side is like the big deals, the small deals. All these are basically the cards that you will get during the game. When you land on those inner circle that you see behind me, the green colors, you need to pick those cards. And in that card, there's a lot of things. And it's all been pre-designed. That means it's already been researched for you. So it's just to make the game been simplified so that you can quickly understand the context and the lessons from the game. But of course, in real life, you can't do that. You can't really, everything is done for you. No, you need to do that work. Of course. But these games just like open up those minds, and all those stuff. All right. There's a question from um, Isaac. We have a question here. Let me just answer that question. And if you guys have, that's the whole idea of today's session. Yeah. It's all about questions and answers. So if you really want to ask me questions, hey, thank you for that. Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, I'm from Penang. Oh, Johnson Christopher, you're from Penang. All right. Okay. Yeah, brother. You look so different in this photo, so I couldn't recognize you. Okay, the question is getting out of the rat race at the soonest possible. Okay, that is the first question, yeah. So he was asking me, what is the soonest way to get or you to be out from the what do you call that, the rat race, yeah? That is the first question. So getting out from the rat race is how fast you can do that. Okay, now most people thinking that that getting out of the rat race is about earning more. That's why sometimes when you first start the game, some of them will get, oh, doctor, engineer, pilot, lawyer, which actually a high salary. And then some of them will get, janitor and truck driver. So the discussion always like before the game, no, how can this is not fair? You got so much of money, I less, so definitely you're going to win, things like that, But actually, it's not about. It's about how much that they earn. It's about how they're going to manage and directing the money to a better position. That's what can make people get out from the rat race. So, some in real life also the same thing. Some people they earn 3K, some people they earn 10K, but still stuck. Why? Because they don't understand two things. What is asset, what is liabilities? No, they don't understand that. And they don't really understand the cash flow management. And the third one, the most important, is how to convert income into income generating assets. Yeah, that is what people don't understand. So the faster way out is not about working hard and save blindly. You collect your paycheck and you collect your paycheck. I've seen that many people, they collect the paycheck, they keep, and then they wait for the next one. They feel so happy when they got so much of money. But that's not how you're going to get out from the rat race fast. You cannot get out from the rat race fast by just saving the money. So it is about increasing your financial intelligence. All right, that's how you can increase your financial intelligence by taking that risk. Taking those risks, and you start to learn certain things from it. When first timers, some of us, we don't have any experience in stock market. We don't experience running a business. We don't have any experience about property investment. So when you don't have that experience, and when you start to do this in the real world, it is a big, 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 big mistake. That is the reason Robert wants people to experience those, things in these games, so that they at least, start to understand, and what is this, what is that, and what is the potential of, return, and what is the risk. Everything they're going to like experience it, because by playing you're going to experience. If I'm going to like have a session, I'm just talking to you, you might be impressed with what I say, but you don't really learn, and you don't understand anything. That's why a lot of people, when some of the speakers, they speak very good, and they can actually give you all those things, and but ended up you just listen, and you don't experience it. When you start to experience, then you realize, oh, I make a mistake, this is not I, things like that. So Robert want people to experience that in this game before they make any decisions in the real world and the real money. All right. So that is basically how you can get up from the rat race, by, taking that risk, learning, and making mistakes. Don't expect for you to get up from the rat race in the first game, because most of the people who played the game might don't have any experience about everything that the game teaches. So stock market. Some of us, we don't have any experience. Property investment, some of have, we don't even, maybe we just have our home that we stay, that we bought. After that, we don't have any investment properties and all those stuff. And some of us, we never get started into business. In the latest game, Robert also include the MLM, the multi-level marketing, as part of that money generating thing, and that is also part of the thing that you want to test, what happened when you do that. So that is basically the game tells. When I first played the game, okay, can you guess? Can some of you here, if you guess right, I'm going to give you some gift, okay? Guessed it right, okay? When you guessed it right, some of you might already attend my session and you know the answer. Please, if you answer that, I'm going to void that question. Okay, when I first played the game, how long it took me to get out from the rat race? That's my question. My first game, and I don't know about the game. I've been introduced to the game by when I attended the Success Resources event in Bencoolen. No, not Bencoolen. It's opposite Singapore, Peninsula Plaza. All right, there's a session going on, but I don't join the program. But then a guy whose name is Sheikh say, "Hey, Abu, I have a game going on tonight, tomorrow night. Would you free to attend?" I say, "Okay, why not?" since I have nothing to do. That time I was like looking for something, right? Say, okay, fine. Any payment, no payment, it's just a free game. All right, then I went. When I went to the game, and yeah, we were sitting like six. There was like five tables, I think. Yeah, we are sitting like six of us here, and he start to explain the thing. I'm start to looking at what is this, Uh, I heard about Monopoly, but I never heard about cash flow game. So I come and sit down and I'm wondering, and I fill up the balance sheet. I got the first one. I got a janitor. I still remember I got janitor as my first profession. All right. And then, and in real life, before I play the game, in real life, I'm already a stock trader. I've been trading stocks since my age 19 years old. I'm a remiser in Singapore. When I was 24, I become a remiser. But of course, I don't practice because my license can't be practiced. That time, you can't hold two licenses. If you want to do insurance, you just insurance. You cannot mix those two. So after that, everything changed. So that time I was doing insurance, so I couldn't really become a licensed remiser. But I go for the exam, and I got pass in the exam, and I can practice as remiser at that time. Um, so that was me when. So I roughly I know what is a stock market. I've been investing, and in fact I was doing property agent. I just like joined, and I was like dealing with properties, and of course I've started business and loose businesses. I have involved in MLM, multi-level marketing. So my life was like full of those. So when I come to this session, I sit down and we play. So the first round I got something, I got my whatever salary and all those stuff. And the first round is amazing, the first round, and then he say, okay, you can borrow money and all those stuff. So I thought, okay, I don't want to borrow. So the first one, people start to throw, and uh, when come to my turn, I throw, and it says, okay for you, $1. My first throw, I got $1. So I thought, hey, this is interesting, $1. Then I see the trading range. I don't take too much of time to make a decision because basically I understand what is stock. And I say, I have my saving and then my cash flow. I got around 1,000 plus at that money that I had. Then I say, okay, I want to buy 1,000. People was like asking, some of them don't know, some of them, played before. So you see, I'm just like taking 1,000. So 1,000 I put. And then we play again, we play again. So everybody's like going through, and some are making, nobody's actually there to do something. And then my turn come in, I throw, then I got my paycheck again. So I collect the paycheck. And then the third round, somebody took the okay for you card. Someone, in the game ticked okay for you, and the price was $50. So $1,000 I got, and now I'm selling at $50. I'm getting $50,000, so I collect my $50,000. Everybody was looking at me, what. So, and then there's a banker just, okay, it is. I don't know about feeling all those times. So it is. So now I got cash $50. Then what I do, my turn came, I threw, and I land on an opportunity. And when I land on an opportunity, I pick the card or the big deal, because the condition was like, if you have more than 10,000, you can pick big deal. So I picked the big deal, and I got a business that I need to just pay $30,000, and I got a passive income of $2,400. So I said, okay, I'm going to take this. And then the guy come and, okay, you are out from the rallies, and just take 15 minutes of my. So that actually gave me that, this is something real. This is something that I need to learn. So, but that's the first game. But when I play the second time, it's not that I get out in 15 minutes. I take sometimes some of the game in 2 hours. I couldn't get out because I play in the high paying job and all those stuff. So basically, that is the lessons that I get from that cash flow game. All right. So that's how, if you understand the game, then it's easier for you to make decision. All right. Um, so these are the three things that actually this cash flow game teaches you. It's increase your financial intelligence. It's make you control your expenses. It's allow you to control your expenses, and it teaches you to build assets that generate cash flow. A lot of people get mistake. They just bought, but they thought passive income. And the word that I really learned on that particular day is passive income, which you will be, really, you'll be like playing the game and you see passive income. But a lot of people don't realize that until I come there and I just stop the game and say what you guys are doing. And then they start to look at the passive income. If not, they just focus on the paycheck, 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 that shows that financial intelligence is not there yet. All right. And that's what exactly Cashflow game trains you to do. So because in the game you can see mistake fast. In real life, mistake take years, man. In real life, one mistake take years for you to recover from it. Sometimes some people never even recover. So that's the reason when you want to make a financial decision, stop everything that you want to do, play the game. Play the game because that is what you need, in order to make the cash. I mean, to understand the whole thing. All right. So that's the first question, Aizat. Aizat, do you do you like get what you wanted, or you have any more questions that you want to ask regarding that? Because we have three questions that I want to explain, and if you guys have further question, you can just like put it there. All right, you can put it there so that I can take those questions and answer one by one. All right, we have around 40 minutes for us to do. Now it's already 9:30, so we have another 10 to, it's depend. You got more question, I can actually answer more. All right, now, so there's another question here. All right, there's another question here. You say, how playing cash flow can get me out of rat race in real life? Actually, I already shared just now, right? But anyway, the cash flow, for a lot of people, the cash flow is just a game. They thought, oh, cash flow is just a game. Hello, brother. It is not a game. It is a simulation of our own financial life. That's what I realize when every time I play the game, I know I now getting better in terms of the game, but also it indirectly, subconsciously, I become better in my real financial world. My real financial life become better because the game, because every time you keep on playing the game, you got a new idea, new deal, new solutions. You find new solution. I've been playing this game for the past 22 years, 23 years. And sometimes I have a very exclusive game. Those want to play with me, you must already played this game many, many times. You must be understand the whole game, and then you come and play with me. You will learn so much. You'll see new things that will be introduced, because if I introduce those things in the first game, you don't get it. You need to understand certain level until you feel, oh, I know all about the game. Then I start to show you something that you'll be say, wow. So that only happen when you play the game until certain level, and then we can play different level. There's a 10 level game. All right. So to answer the question, when you play the game, right, you make decision. All right. For example, do I buy the deal? Right? Hey, do I take the risk? Um, sometimes you are forcefully to be spending, so sometimes you don't want, but that's how you're going to handle certain unexpected expenses. All right. And then you might also have a feeling, hey, I have some cash, do I invest or hold the cash? So these are those things that you have to make decision during the game. And what happens when those are the decisions that you need to make, what happens is like your behavior will actually come into play without you realizing. When I do as a facilitator or in a small group, that's why I like to do this in a small group, so that when we do in a small group, I can observe everybody. I can see what is the real issue with this person and all those stuff, because you might don't know, but your behavior will show me. You might be playing, but I'm watching your behavior. I'm not like watching the game that you play. I'm watching the behavior. You know, some people I can see they rush into deals, and this is common. People rush into deals as if, oh no, like they know. But there are some people, it might be right or wrong, but definitely not correct. Right? That's why in the game we want you to learn so that you can make a correct decision. There's no, I mean, it's always right or wrong. There might be right, there might be wrong. But what we want to teach is like do a correct decision, all right? And some people, they will avoid opportunities because they just don't understand, and they always like use the term, I don't have money, I can't participate. So they avoid opportunities. So that's another behavior that might be the real in your real world. You might have the greatest opportunity, but your behavior stops you from participating because of all these reasons. All right. And some of you like overspend, you can see that you don't really take care of your money, and it's happened in the game. That might be your behavior. And you can also feel like some of the decision you want to make, it's fear. Fear of taking certain action because of you might think that you make mistakes, and it can be a loss or stuff like that. These are the real behavior that actually you have. And this is what been projected during the game. So the question, how, when you understand your behavior, you can start to fix it so that you can do better in your real world, and that will help you to get up from the rat race in the real world. All right, that's one. So, and that's exactly what people do. All right, so in real life, correct or not? When you look at yourself, this is what we do. We do in the game, we do that, but the behavior is actually from the real world. Whatever that you do in the game is actually your own real behavior in your real world. That is the power of this game. All right, so the game actually does three things. All right, the first, it reveals your money behavior, how you behave, how you do, how you think, how those kind of like thing. And and the game also can show you the consequences instantly, But in real life, you might not see. For example, some of us, when you got a deal, you take the card. It says stock or mutual fund or whatever. It's $30, and the trading range is 30 to 30. That means 5 to 30. $5 to $30. That's the trading range. And today's price is 30. Then what you do, you just go and get it because you thought, hey, the price is up, I want to buy. So I buy. So I buy 10, for example. So you already spent the $300. But then you realize, how can I actually sell back, man? It's high. There's no way that I'm going to sell back and make profit. So it shows that what happened when you do a mistake, it shows real instantly. That's where this game is so powerful. When you do make mistake, you can learn it fast so that you don't really do it in your real life. All right. And also, this game teaches you to think like an investor, because the whole idea is for you to get up from the rat race. So, in order to get up from the rat race, you need to be thinking like an investor, not like the ENS, employed and self-employed. So, you need to think about investor, what investors think, how to increase the passive. That is what they're thinking in the game. So when you practice yourself every time you're paying passive income, how can increase? This is the new behavior that you are creating yourself when you go out there. You start to look at that, and that's what happened to me. All right. So that's the reason when you play the game right way. Okay, the keyword is right way. There's so many cash flow games is going on. So many people are teaching it. So many people using it. So many people make use of it. Whatever all these things happening, but very less people are playing it the right way. They don't understand. It's not they don't understand. Sometimes these people manipulate the game to sell their products. They sell this, they sell that. So it can be manipulated. So that's the reason Robert doesn't really like people to, but he can't stop, or even we can't stop that. Success Resources or myself or anybody, we can't stop people from playing the game, but we want to be there to support you guys so that you can play the way in a right way. So you learn the right, correct education that Rich Dad wants to teach. That's why when you play the more in the right way, the more your real life decision will improve. Your real life decision will improve because you're playing the right way. If not, you will hate this game. The reason why I say that, some of those people, I went personally, I just sometimes I go when I hear cash flow game, I just go and attend. Last time, now when I go, people already know, hey, this is Abu, some of them recognize me. So Nowadays, I couldn't do those things. Those days I do. I go and I see these people, they just like play the game for a while and then immediately start to sell their product. Some they sell investment, MLM, and that's make me feel like, oh my God, this is not the way, man. And people start to hate the game because every time when we, the real people, do the thing, also people think that, hey, they're going to sell something, MLM and stuff like that. So that's why you need to find the right group of people to play. Right group of people to play so that you can learn the right thing. So many people the other day also, every time I went all over the world, people buy the cash flow game, but then they need a proper guide. So the best way is to attend some of the courses that we have and some of the sessions that we do attend, because normally cash flow game session we don't charge until thousands or whatever. It's just like, a few, maybe like in Malaysia, it's just $90. In Singapore, it's like $50, just to cover some of the cost to organize the thing. Because this game need physical presence. You can't play this online, and it's not going to be effective when you play online. You can play online to just understand certain basic rules and all those stuff, but definitely you're not going to learn so much by playing online. That's why you need to be present and have a face-to-face kind of like environment to play the game. That's the small charges, right? Okay, so that's why people say after playing the game, I see the money differently, man. That always I will hear from people. After play this game, I see money differently. Now I see why I start and all those stuff. So that's amazing about this game, and that's why guided sessions are important. Guided session are important. Don't, you can go and play with anybody, but then you need to find a guided game. That means guided means they're not teaching you, they're just guiding you. There are also some session that I went, people start to teach. These guys don't really understand. They say, hey, you must buy these. Then they what is it? And then end of the day, they're just like wondering, because these people are too rushed into making them to buy their product, so they just like push. So that's not the way. You need to go to the guided version. So what is guided version? They don't teach in the beginning, and towards the end they do that through debriefing, like what Richard does the other day. After we had the game, then Richard come and then he start to explain certain things. So that is what we call guided. It is not like play the game, okay, or now in real life you want to get passive income. So this is the MLM. This is where they start to talk about their plan, their marketing plan, their whatever. In some investment scheme, they say, okay, now you see, you become passive invest, and you get out from all these are bullshit. Okay, no, there's no such thing. All right, that's why we want to make sure that whoever come to us, believe in us, we want them to really, really okay. All right. So that's okay. That's another question. Very nice, huh? Okay. So that's the second question. So it's real life. If you start to play again and again, you change your behavior, and then you now get a formula to get out from this rat race. So that's the reason we design a program to guide you guys to get that financial independent in the correct steps. All right. Okay. Now we have another question from Johnson. Johnson, thank you for the question. Okay, his question is this. AbangAbu, nice to meet you live. All right, man. Hey, Johnson, since you brought up that matter, right? Do I look handsome in real or in this session? Which is, do I look handsome now or during the live session? No, I'm asking you to see awesome for what? I'm asking you, do I look handsome now and then? Oh, both, thank you so much. So when I'm in Penang, since you say that, so in Penang, I'm going to, not belanja, I'm going to ask you to belanja me nasi kandar. Kidding, kidding. Okay, now let's go to your question. My question is, during the starting of the game, do we need to pick a small deal or big deal? How to read and understand the deal and to make decision. Okay, good. Don't call me sir, just call me AbangAbu. All right. Or you can actually call me this. You can call me uh the cash flow mentor, guru, whatever lah. Because I want to make that something that people will remember. Okay, now, so first, during starting of the game, right? It's always advisable, but that's not because Robert want you to make the decision so that you learn. So we don't really impose, oh, you cannot, but there are some guide, you see. So the guide says, if you don't have $10,000 in your hand, during the game, right? $10,000, if you don't have, it's good for you to make or pick a small deal, because the reason is, if you take a big deal, normally in the big deal, all those investment or down payment, whatever, is more than 10,000. So if you don't have the cash, 10,000, you might lose an opportunity, just like that. So there's a reason, when you don't have, it's suggested for you to pick the small deal. But that is not the rule. There's just a suggestion. You can still pick the big deal, and there's way to make money through the big deals. Correct or not? So you can pick the big deals, and then you can do wonders. So it's something that you can, all right? Clear? Okay, how to read the and understand the deal and to make decision. Okay, now, so the other day when you play, that's basically an introduction. So it's a bit difficult for the first timer to straight away understand, unless you already like in that kind of like thing. For example, for me, I'm already doing stock market, I'm doing trading, and I've been doing this since my age was 19. So basically, roughly, I understand certain words. I can, I can, like today's price, the trading range. These are some of the words that I already familiar with. So when I pick the card, I understand. But many of us, we don't. We don't know what is today's price and then trading range and what is this. Then suddenly got yield, So we don't understand. So definitely, when the first time, you don't really understand. Correct? So that's the reason when you play the game, um, you just like look for certain component. For example, in the next time I can show a certain thing, but today is just to share. For example, you take the small deal, and in that small deal, you just read those things. All right, read what exactly it says. But then, what's the most important is look at the key points. For example, in stock, it says the symbol OK for you, and MYT for you, ON to you. These are the symbols. And then it says today's price, mean the time that you pick the card, that's the price. And then we have trading range. It says 5 to 50, 5 to 40, whatever. So that's basically shows this card or this stock, which is the symbol, in 1 year, it will go up there, come down here. So it's very actually self-explanatory. But just because we don't uh, hear this term, we don't understand. But that's the reason we advise to play again. So the next time you take, you already understand something. Then you play again, you're getting better. Right? That's why Robert says you need to play at least 6 to 10 times, with guided. Remember the word, 6 to 10 point guided session, so that you really learn something and you'll understand. All right. So, and then you make decisions. Make decision is basically when you understand, you can make better decision. When you don't understand, you make not a very good decision. But Robert want you to make decision. Okay, maybe you just pass, or you can, okay, I want to do this. It's okay. So when you make mistake, then you realize, oh my God, so I have made. So it's a game, right? That improve your understanding of the financial. And that's what Robert says about financial intelligence. You become more intelligent financially, all right? Okay. So do I answer your question, brother? Johnson? All right, so it's about playing, because when you play again and again, you see there's so many deals, so many things, so many, there's like a goal, there's a business, there's MLM, there's a property, sometimes there's some real thing that might happen in our real life. For example, my sister-in-law want to borrow money, so you make a decision whether you want to give or don't give, and it will say, a lot so you just read. When you play as you bought the game and you play with your family, you just take and read it out loud and see, what they think about this. That's how you get the game. And I congratulate you, because you actually um, buy the game and make sure that every week, you guys play with the family, play with your kids, bring your sister-in-law, brother-in-law, whatever, just like play, make it like a weekly, things. And of course, on the 18th, I will be in Penang, so I'm going to see you in Penang. So we have a small group. I don't do big group. People say, but for me, small group will give the people really understand, and they can make a better decision to join what they really need. So that's the reason I stick to that. But of course, we do 60 people, 100 people, but most of the session will be 20, 30 people, right? So if you have friends, Johnson, if you have friends, your circle, your contacts, do share the link with them so that they can also join you, and you know and yeah, you might have a group that to start to play the game regularly. So bring a few of your friends together, okay? All right. So yeah, thanks, Cashflow Guru. All right. Okay. Hi, Abang Abu. Earlier mentioned that it took longer for you to get out of the rat race with a higher paying professional. How come? Okay, good question. No, she asked, hey, Abu, first time you play 15 minutes, very good, what? And then why the second time you play, it take very longer, you know? Even if I got a janitor, all right, in the second game, it might take longer because it's depend on the opportunities, depend on what's happening during the game. Even you understand the game, it's all depend on what happened in the game and what decision that you do. So and that's will make you to start to learn more about the game. So it's not about it's not about that first time you get out, that means you know everything. No, you're going to learn. The solid thing is this. This is what I teach in the level 7 and 8, where you have to play the game with a tougher rule. That means no $1 stock, no $5 stocks, and all those stuff. And you need to get out within 45 minutes, 3 times consequently. That means, okay, I play the first, I get out 45 minutes. Then the next time I play again, I get out 45 minutes. That's when you really, really master the game. If you cannot get out from 45 minutes 3 times consequently, that means you are not master yet. Okay, so that's the thing. So now the question is why? High paying. When you look at the high paying job, right? So you look at the doctor, for example. When you look at the doctor, they have salary, very high salary, which is good. But then when you look at their expenses, normally the expenses is very high. So the rules say what? The rule of the game to get up from the rat race, your passive income must be more than your total expenses. So when you become a doctor, your expenses is like $9,000 and your income is 11,000 or 13,000. So you get a gap of $3,000 passive. I mean, the excess. But your expenses is 7. So now you need to create a passive income of more than $7,000 to get out. So that is the reason why when you got a high paying job, if you don't know, then you will take, most of the time people will never get up from the rat race when they play high paying job because they just don't know. Right? Because when you have these two different versions, high paying and the low paying job, there's a different strategy to implement, which I will share during the third and fourth lessons. Right? That's why when you come to my sessions, during my session, you will have a chance to play the next, and all those stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you can actually master. so so clear, you got Eunice, huh? So because of the expenses column, that's the reason in the game, if you are high paying job, the strategy is no more reducing it. That is about all out. You have to take a higher risk, and go to all risk, because you need to quickly get up from the release. You need to build your passive income. If you play passively, you cannot really. That's why in the game, the level of the game, I start to give new things that you suddenly, wow, yeah, this is good. No, things like that. Okay. So yeah, I hope you understand that. Huh? Okay, good, Eunice. Now, Ida have a question. Abang, you mean getting out of the first level? No, 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 not first level. When I say is like when you consider yourself your master of this game, that means you must, you know, can get out from the rat race within 45 minutes, no matter what position, what job, what thing you get. It's just random. You choose, you can get out in 45 minutes. That's where you are really, really master the thing. That means your financial intelligence and also the skill in this game increases a lot. Yeah, so it's not like the first level. You can train many times, but three times that means it's not like, today get out, then you play again, you play again, you cannot, not like that. Oh, this time play 45 minutes, I get out. The next game, 45 minutes, I get out. Third game, then consider you are the good. It's like, we play bowling, right? When you go bowling, right? When you strike, you play full strike, huh? Whole game, everything strike, that's when you are master. For example, in golf, when you hit, you can put a hole in one, one that is considered you are great, man. And you have to do that three times. That means you're superpower. That's what I mean. All right. So yeah, 45 minutes. Not in the first level. First level game is for you to understand. I can't expect people, everybody. For me, it is a bit of like, so people say luck, but it's not luck, Luck is come from, you must understand certain thing. Luck doesn't, for example, yesterday Richard was mentioning something on the stage. He said, somebody got the lucky draw. We do a lucky draw in the last day, right? So we take the card and it says certain number. Then we shout out the person is not there. So you already left, So that means luck only come when you are in that place of whatever happening. Then only you receive luck. Correct or not? You see, the second guy who got the game, he was there, he was sitting there. Now and there's so many people there, but when people pick up his number and read out, he was there and he got the luck. Then people can say it's lucky. No, because he was present. The luck actually come to the other guy, but he was not there, so he couldn't get the luck. Correct or not? So it's about being in the right location, understand what's happening, have a connection, and you must have certain knowledge. That's what we call luck. Okay, Eunice? All right. Yeah, so I hope Ida you got it. Okay, guys, I think we have another 2 minutes, but let me just like finish the last question that I have from who is this? Aizat. How many different levels are there? How many different levels are there in the game? All right. Okay. All right. Good. That's a good question. Actually, many people don't know this. Even many people don't know this. In fact, I roughly have find that people know about this. They don't know. Actually, I got a chance to sit with Robert when we actually having a session in Uzbekistan. So during the time, I have a chance to sit with him, and because there's a mayor of Uzbekistan was there, I'm there, Sandra, and then we have Robert, and the game was there, and this mayor was like open up the game, and Robert was like so excited, say this guy. Then he asked me to explain. So during the explanation, I mentioned, and then I tell that we have different levels. So the level one to understand the game, level two. So Robert was like, okay. So he was like, oh, okay. He knows that, it's a different level, but I structured in a way that's level one, level two, level three, level four, so that people get more, more because they play the same game but live different level of rules and all the stuff. So that's the reason Robert always mentioned you need to play this game 10 times or more and teach 10 people. So that's where I created a curriculum where it is 6 level. So I create 6 level because 10 level is like for you to play to understand the game, but 6 level is guided with uh, something. For example, the level one is just playing the game. All right. Because level one is awareness. I call it level. That's level one. So understand how money works, your habit, your pattern. That's level one. And then you have a level two. You will play with strategy. Learn how to evaluate the deals. This is a third game, normally evaluate the deals, manage the risk, how to manage, how to plan so that I can hit my passive income. What is the plan? Do I need to invest in stock and make money and then I go for deals? Or do I have to go just for the deals and then I pick there's so many strategies. So you'll be like taught on that in level two. Level two, when I put six level, it's still 10 game. Um, so level two is strategy. So you learn those things. Level three is about your behavior training. That means you control emotion, build discipline. Discipline means you need to have certain reserve. You need to control emotion, and all those stuff. And there's a consistency by looking at your cash flow, and also you need to you have a goal by clearing your debts in this. So it's about, you need to clear your debts, you need to increase. So it's like the consistency and the discipline, it's very powerful. And then of course the last one is more on the application, where you now start to teach others, sharing, and give you're guiding others. So that's where the application, where you can become also the cash flow educator. That means you can teach others. So that's you. We are preparing you so that you can teach others, because you already gone through all this and you know. So when you join the cash flow educators program, you learn more things: how to do a debriefing, how to handle questions, how to answer certain questions, and you'll be trained also to understand about stock, property, and also businesses. All right. So that's what you get in that. So you know more about those things. Okay. So those are the things that you get. So it's actually 10 different games, but we have six lessons guided, So every game after you play, what you need to do. This game, what you to do. There's so many things. So for example, the first one, you need to understand your balance sheet. That's the first game. You go home before you come to the next week, because when you take the program, right, you will have to play this weekly. So in 6 weeks, you're going to like master. So the first game, what you do, the second game, what you do, the third game, what you do, and everything practically. It's not like something that you go, no, you have to practically come back, discuss, and then the second game. And we don't do this like one whole day. It's just like 3 hours. Every session is 3 hours. You play the game 90 minutes, and then we have a discussion, and then you start to go and start to do the work. You need to do the work. So that's what we do, lah. Huh? So yeah. So if you play once, you just get one awareness. But if you go deeper, then you start to change your financial life. All right. So I hope this give you some idea, and I would love you guys to see if you have time to actually attend the program that's happening in Malaysia and Singapore. Not Singapore. Singapore is in May. Malaysia, I have Malaysia because I am quite busy this month, because of my programs that I'm running with certain government agency in Sabah, in Kuching, in all those stuff. That's the reason I'm doing one in Kuching, also Highway to Wealth. But I would love to invite all of you to this website. You can actually go to the website where you can see what's happening in Malaysia. So I have a program that happening in Kuala Lumpur and also in Penang. So in Penang, we are having it in Bayan Lepas. It's in the Penang Island. All right, that's happening on the 18th. So it's like one whole day. And in this whole day, it's all about cash flow, nothing else. Just cash flow, and you will be learning so much, all right, in the cash flow. And the same thing happened in Kuala Lumpur on the 19th. So we have another session in Kuala Lumpur. All those things are in the link. So you can actually go to the link and get the informations. Okay, so I hope that will give you some idea, and I hope I've answered certain question. Unless you have any other question, we already 10 o'clock now. It's just around an hour. Great, thanks, Aizat. Okay, thank you. Who else? Eunice, you have any question, Aida? Okay, Douglas is here. Douglas is here. Douglas is the Robert Kiyosaki of Singapore. He's a disciple of Robert. If you see Robert, you don't need to see. I mean, if you see Douglas, you don't need to see Robert. Same, same structure. Okay, guys. So any other questions that you have? If not, I'm doing this every 2 week once. We have a cash flow thing. And if you guys want to be in this, because some today I don't do that. Normally I also do a spotlight on players. So I invite some of you played the game just to share with the rest. Can we do that? Maybe I want to invite Johnson. Johnson, you want to come in and just say hi, and then um share a bit of your experience playing the game the other day. Are you there? You can just like open your camera so that you can be on the camera if you want. Or Eunice, anybody want to share? Nobody want to share. Eunice, I'm good for now. Thanks. Eunice, want to share? You can actually just open up your camera so that I can actually record you and I can use this. What, why shy? Just like sharing what you learned from the game. Because I'm actually doing cash flow. So when I say this to people, people say, yeah, lah, you do the cash flow, you'll say everything. But if you guys share, it can be something powerful. So people will, know, oh, okay. All right, just like maybe like three things that you learn. Is that okay? Just three things. Okay, I play the game. Come on. Johnson is there. Thank you, Johnson. All right, come on. Hi, hi, hi.
Hello,
Hi, hi, hi.
AbangAbu. Okay, one,
Yes.
I want to tell you that the first time we met you and
Mm-hmm.
you took like few hours to guide us from the basic, from zero knowledge
Mm-hmm.
for us to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have taught us very well. So
Okay, thank
now with
you.
this extra, with the extra class which you are giving for us, I
Mm-hmm.
think it will make us to come out of the red race. So
Mm-hmm.
we believe it is good for us to invest our time to attend
Mm-hmm.
your program,
Mm-hmm.
so it will be able to apply in our lifetime. So
Right,
I want
right.
to thank you for giving us opportunity, and we are lucky to meet you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
thank you, thank you. Bye bye. All right, thank you. That's Johnson. You see, very straightforward. Eunice, come. I don't want. I want you to come on this video, and I just because this is one way to attract and get money. You cannot be shy. If you really want to make a lot of money, you cannot be shy. You need to appear. You need to show that hey, you real. Come on, Eunice. You can do it.
Okay,
Just you see.
hello.
Yes, you see? Yes, Eunice, come on,
Okay,
yeah. Mm,
so one thing, I mean, because it was my first time playing with the group of people, and it was really interesting because for me, I kind of understand the concept a bit, but then it's hard to apply into real world situation lah. So I think that's one thing that is interesting, that somehow it's just the transition from game to reality.
reality.
Mm,
Right, right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's where the game, as I told you, is just a concept to give you, but in reality, you need to do some work. That's why the playing the game again and again and again. You set yourself, hey, I need to play this six times within a month, for example, or maybe in 2 months, I have to play this with six times. I need to find people that who have the game. If it's you have bought the game, it's even better. But if not, you have friends. You can just like get them gather, play, and then if you don't have or understand some of those things, you can always come to this show. We have this show every 2 weeks, or maybe I can do this weekly. So you can come and ask and stuff like that. Is that okay? Anyway, congratulations, Eunice. So yeah, have fun. Bye bye. That's it. Nice. Done already. There's nothing to shy and everything. Now let's hear from Aizat. Aizat, are you available? If you're available, you can just like switch on and then you can say some things. Are you there? Or oh yeah, you told me that you can't talk. Yeah. Okay, sorry. All right, guys. So I think that's all. Anybody else? Douglas, you want to share anything about cash flow? You can do so. It's okay, Isa. I know you can't. You don't have a speaker, so that doesn't matter. Next time, prepare. All right, Douglas. Do you want to share anything? I want to share.
Sorry, I'm on the road now, so
Oh,
sometimes the thing got cut off.
okay,
On
Douglas.
the
Okay,
road back
Douglas.
to
All right.
Singapore.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So yeah, they're actually driving back to Singapore from Kuala Lumpur. Okay, guys. I think that's all for tonight. And yeah, so we'll see you again in our next sessions. Till then, yeah, we'll meet all of you soon. All right. So with that, thank you. Best, best, best. Always believe in you, Abang Abu.